Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida, and today's going to be an interesting one. We've got light winds, maybe a 2-foot small chop. The boats are definitely going to have the advantage as they step in the ring and try and do battle with the inlet. And that will bring us to the first round of our competition, and first in the ring to try and do battle with the inlet for the boats are going to send a Mystic in to see how it can fare against Haulover Inlet. But let's go round one, get it started. Now, as you can see from these images, Haulover's not really firing all that hard today. There's not a whole lot of white caps in the background, which means we're going to have some pretty soft conditions, and a lot of these bigger boats, including this one here, are going to probably have a fairly easy time with Haulover, as right now this crew's just barely up on plane, coming in, but they're not going to have any issues. This Mystic will easily take a win for the inlet. Haulover is definitely going to need some help today to try and make this one a contest, but that's going to put us into the second round, and this is a unique one. We don't see them come through here that often, and we're going to see a sailboat stepping in the ring to try and do battle with the inlet, but this is exactly why we don't see them come through, because there's a fixed bridge that actually goes over Haulover Inlet, and this is why we don't see a lot of the taller yachts come through either, is they've got to watch the tides and make sure that they're actually got enough clearance to get under the bridge, and unfortunately for this crew, they don't. We very rarely see sailboats, and when we do, they're typically very small sailboats, but it's for exactly this reason. Our crew right here is going to wind up taking an L for the boats on this one, but it's not really because of Haulover. They just made a mistake, and Haulover was the one who happens to capitalize on it. And that's going to bring us to the third round of our contest. We are now tied at 1 apiece. Haulover's probably going to need a whole lot more help like that to try and keep them in this game, but the boats are going to toss another Mystic in the ring, which is another pretty formidable competitor. Let's see how Haulover handles it as this vessel tries to approach. This crew's got this boat moving. That throttle is laid into. They are more than up on plane. This crew is absolutely flying toward the mouth of the inlet. They got a little pitch and roll going on, but overall they look pretty solid, trying to stay on top of the waves. Haulover's bouncing them up and down pretty good, but this crew looks pretty solid as they make their way toward the mouth of the inlet. One last shot for Haulover to try and throw something at them, but it's not got anything on this boat today, as this crew's going to blast their way in and easily take a win for the boats here in the third round, and that's going to give the boats a 2-1 edge as we move into the fourth round of our competition. And here in the fourth round, the boats are going to toss a Sunseeker in the ring, and man, Haulover might be in trouble in this one. Haulover might go down early, as it has not been able to handle most of the smaller boats we've seen today. I can't imagine she's got much to really toss at a yacht this size, but let's see how it plays out as Haulover fights to stay alive in this contest and the boats try and take the early win. Surprisingly, this boat is actually rocking quite a bit for a yacht this size. The captain came out the inlet just a little bit slow, finally starting to open up the throttle now to get the vessel up on plane, and let's see how they fare. I mean, right now they look pretty solid. Oh, our crew's trying to get up back here. Our husband was trying to get another drink, tries to follow his wife in. Haulover's knocking him around a little bit and makes him sit back down. Now this one's tough. The boat does it fine, but Haulover changed this guy's plans. And by doing so, I'm going to go ahead and just give Haulover the little sucker punch win right here. Now I know I'm going to get eaten alive in the comments on that one, but sometimes you got to give Haulover the small wins when it's a calm day, especially when I know in the fifth round we've got an Apache 47 stepping in the ring, which means even that small win that I gave him really doesn't matter because it's probably about to be all over here in the fifth round anyway. As we can tell already, the Apache 47 has the throttles pinned, coming in, making easy work of Haulover Inlet, catching a little air and nothing but smiles along the way, and unfortunately for Haulover, the boats will take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.